Workers are getting ready here for the official dedication and reopening ceremony later today, but we've had a chance to go behind the scenes during construction to show you some of the highlights here at the all-new Jimmy Carter Library and Museum. This is perhaps one of the most famous working offices in the world, the Oval Office in the White House. It looks a lot different now, but in 1977 to 1981, this is what the Oval Office looked like when Jimmy Carter was president. During those 4 years President Jimmy Carter occupied the Oval Office, he faced many challenges, which are highlighted in one of the central exhibits in the new Library and Museum, A Day in the Life of a President. One of the crowning achievements of Jimmy Carter's presidency was the Camp David peace accords. The tense negotiations between Egyptian President Anwar Sadat, Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin, and President Carter are profiled here in the museum in this interactive exhibit.
Sadat kind of looked upon himself as a modern-day pharaoh, the leader of a nation.
True to the historical record, President Carter didn't want to sugarcoat even the most difficult times in office. As a matter of fact, this display here covers his last year in office when he admits there were two White Houses, one dealing with the day-to-day activities of the nation, and the other, the Iran hostage crisis.
As a result of that comment by me, we got a full commitment from the acting president and the foreign minister.
Many of the exhibits that you'll find in the post-presidential area of the newly redesigned museum profile the extensive travels of both President and Mrs. Carter since they left the White House. This exhibit profiles, for instance, their trips to Cuba, North Korea, and parts of Africa. One of the highlights in the post-presidential area is this interactive map. The neat thing about this is you can touch any location in the world where the Carter Center is working and find out more about what they're doing there. For instance, this is Ghana, and if we touch it, it'll take us to Ghana and show us the work the Carter Center is doing there, which is eradicating guinea worm disease. Many people know that former President Jimmy Carter is a Nobel laureate, having won a Nobel Peace Prize award for the work of the Carter Center around the world. But what many people don't know is that President Carter is also a Grammy Award-winning artist, having won Best Spoken Word Album for 2006, Our Endangered Values, America's Moral Crisis. It's impossible to show you everything that you can see and do here at the all-new Carter Museum and Library, which means you'll have to visit yourself next time you're in Georgia. For VOA News, I'm Kane Fairbaugh.